Champion, we are here. Smack let one out the cage. The people have been asking for it, and they finally dropped it. New Jersey Twork versus Mr.Wavy is available. Y'all consumed it. Over 200,000 views. Overall, to me, I like what I was seeing. I thought it was a good battle, a good atmosphere too. I like the top. Pause. There's a comment there. He changed it. That's not really a pause. But how you feel about the battle?
The top is definitely a great spot.
Yeah.
In Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah.
As you can see it during the battle.
Mm-hmm.
Great battle. Great battle. Dope battle. I think it had potential to be way better than what it was.
Yeah.
If Twork finishes that second round
Oh,
and
yeah.
doesn't choke.
Oh, yeah.
But overall, great back and forth, great exchange. Very good battle to me. Main event, great battle.
Great battle, but you know, honestly, there isn't. I haven't been getting too many backlash about Mr.Wavy being champion tonight. I think that for the most part, they have all the battles from Survivor Series out. So now it's online. You decide who was champion tonight. Was it Ryder? Was it Mr.Wavy? My personal vote that I like to put up there, you know, even though I got Mr.Wavy winning champion tonight, is Snake Eyes. I thought Snake Eyes had a phenomenal battle. So I think he's not the popular one. But before we get into this battle and how we called it, whatever, who do you feel was champion tonight? Was it Mr.Wavy?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But the thing about people not understanding, that people chose Mr.Wavy. We said it in the video, but we let the fans decide. Poll 1, poll 2, poll 3, poll 4, poll 5, 6 polls, put it in YouTube comments. The people picked Mr.Wavy champion tonight. So it is what it is. Let's get into this battle. Mr.Wavy versus New Jersey Twork. You want to go? How you want to do this?
We can go round for round.
Round for round?
Yeah, yeah.
Blow by blow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wavy comes out moving on my own too. I ain't need no gas. I'm like a hoverboard.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty dope.
That was a cool line.
Got your death figured out. This is an autopsy. Nice. Random ish thrown in his crib. This is a surprise party.
I thought that was dope.
Like that.
Like the way he performed it too.
He had an aerial view. I'm over Twork like a tramp stamp.
I like that.
Twork off. These ratchets bitches be battling. Like twerk off. Like that. He also had you don't even get hit with my grip. This my
fire.
Ooh,
that was the haymaker. Yeah. And the way he performed it, see, I felt like Wavy has that star power too. That's why he is where he was. You know what I mean? And he knows how to get certain lines across. It could be a cool line, but how he don't even get hit with my neck. This is my neck. Fire. Oh, it's fire.
Then he ended off with dagger to his little son head. Now he a shish kebab.
It's how he performed it too. He a shish kebab.
Yeah.
I thought Mr.Wavy had a dope first round.
I loved it.
I think he started off a little bit slow, but he carried it home. And one thing I will say is this, you know, I'm clock watching now. From 2 minutes and 9 seconds to 10 minutes and 9 seconds, I think. His round with crowd reaction is 8 minutes. So now, looking back at it, I'm not too mad at Twork cutting him off in the second, but he should have cut him off in the first as well.
Right.
It probably would have helped him out in the long run. So you shouldn't be worried too much about it. You should have been like, oh no, he going in. It's past smack. It's past 3 minutes. You should have been did that for Mr.Wavy first round. But I was going to say,
that shotgun in the pants leg line, niggas was jacking it. Now everybody piece got them moving different like Jackie Chan with the talisman.
It's very true. Everybody's walking with it, including me. You know what I mean? I like what he said about Twork saying he could have been, but he addressed people backing out on him because, you know, he's supposed to have QP and Young L. He's supposed to have big matches, but he didn't get to where he's supposed to be because if your people keep backing out on him, where you going to go? I think Wavy had a dope round.
Yeah, as far as the minutes go, I think he brought a lot of lines back.
Yeah, he did. I think two, at least two.
Yeah. But dope round. Twork comes out. He had a Joseph A. Banks leave his whole family. Now his whole family got to pick out his suit.
Yeah, that's fire.
Fire. He had a shook his pride. He don't even look alive. He looked dead in the face. I like that line. He had a me and Wave don't mix like the Gulf of Alaska.
Yeah.
I like that line.
I think the fans sleeping on a little bit.
Crowd's up on that a little bit. He had Goonies get waving. The Goonies get Wavy lined up like cursive writing. I thought that was dope.
That's cool.
Police pick up the cases. My lawyer pick up the cases. They work in unison.
I see you, Twork. Chill out, Twork. I see you. Calm down, man. Come on, man.
Fire.
You do my job.
He said blew out of the Bronco, hit all his boys. He stayed. That was fire. And he said, I wouldn't say he aquarium longest waves in the box. Fire.
That's fire.
I thought that was dope. Overall, I thought it was a dope round from Twork too. But to me, I felt like Wavy took the first.
You know, one more line that I just see.
Blast them! I put this key in your life. Blast the gun, then stash the gun. Super Mario, I'm planting the pot. Come to your home and see a little one sleep. Both kids in the beds die. Come to Brooklyn.
Yeah, I'm Super Mario. I'm playing the pipe. Thought it was fire too. But I gotta agree, man. The first round, it's very close.
It is close.
It's close.
It is. It really is.
But if you clock watching the second, you should clock watching the first to close that gap to the point where you could actually have won this round. But it's close. I also gave Wavy the first round.
Yeah.
So if we called that for the first one, we kind of know where this battle's going here.
Yeah, we do.
Cause that second round, my goodness.
Yeah, not fun at all.
I'll let you go with them and talk to Twork just a little bit.
Wavy came out on fire. He first of all, wrestling bars never, and I mean never, ever get old. Mm-hmm. He came out with a wrestling scheme, which led up to him pointing in the Survivor Series. That was fire. He had you barely knew how to handle that Will student driver. Mm-hmm. Twork's battle with Ill Will.
Yeah.
Walk up on Mac Mel, take Mel Mac and hit Jack Boy. That was crazy.
All right.
He had his stitches looking like Nike sweats with the zipper.
Oh, I have that. I can't even say that. They think I'm in suit pants right now. I'm not.
Yeah. He had 2K's horizontal view like we playing on broadcast. Oh man,
it's how he built it to the whole thing. I sit these guys down like a podcast. 2K's horizontal view. We playing on broadcast. Lord, throw longer to throw that bar tags.
Oh,
God ass.
Put longer than to throw that bar tag. Oh,
he need to keep that flow, man. That's crazy.
Then he ended it, which was one of the haymakers of the day when he had he don't know who behind the shot. This Kenny Lewis dumping, and it was so
very effective at the time. Yeah,
very good.
Well, hold on, I gotta get him for one line. I gotta be a nitpicker person here. He went to that the podcast broadcast, hooked up the plugs, Comcast.
Yeah,
that was not the move.
No,
Wavy.
it wasn't. Nah, he ended that bad.
That was not. Come on, Wavy. You can't be saying some hot stuff and then get to that. But that shows how good he is too. He says some hot stuff and then falls and then picks right back up.
Yeah.
Like he didn't say that whack stuff.
Yeah.
If I'm in a Buick, I'm ready to Ruger something. The music dumping. I see Twork in the rear view. Gotta maneuver something. U-turn. Long skirt like a Jewish woman. Arm out.
But for Wavy to have such a strong second round and you go into Twork's round, it makes the battle look very bad.
It really
for him, I gotta be honest here.
Yeah.
So with Twork choking in the second, I don't really have much down from him at all.
I have no lines for Twork in the second round at all.
Yeah.
You could tell, and like I told you when we watched it on the playback, how Twork is telling the crowd to hold it down, and they're not even making any noise. You know it's coming.
He was talking to somebody. His name's Earl. Earl, Earl, hold it down. That's just how it goes, man.
Earl, stay out of my way. Earl, hold it down.
But I always say the separation is in preparation, and you were separated by preparation. You didn't really prepare for this battle like that. You was in interviews saying, this loss wouldn't do that much for me, which could be true or not, but you knew going into this how you can come out. And I want to say this: Twork is a $7,000 to $10,000 battle rapper. Yeah. It's up to you to get there. Doing things like this, they're gonna argue against it when it's time to negotiate. But when he's a star. Twork, and I'm not trying, be on Twork's side a little bit. I gotta do what I gotta, but Twork is a star. It's up to him to get the full potential on. You know what I mean? So you knew before going into this battle that you didn't have this round, that you didn't have a round for this nigga. You only had 2 rounds for him. I'm just saying. So.
Yeah, because the second watch is always more powerful than the first watch. And the second watch, I actually really got to see what was really going on and how it played out. And that second round, I didn't know it was that bad. I knew he choked, but actually literally really watching it again, I'm like, this is not good at all. Like, you don't have a line. Like, not one line. I've never had a Twork round where it's just I don't have no lines at all. I'm disgusted a little bit. That's my guy. I'm appalled. Soft, dusty, sloppy, but
and people don't understand how this affects him. Let's say you didn't believe that Wavy was going to do it for you, but it's the build up in your career. Like if you beat Wavy at this point right now, you see how John's talking to Hollow, like, oh Hollow, you gotta take me. You could have been talking to Surf. Surf, you gotta take me now. You know, I was the man last year. I'm the man. I'm heating up. No, Beasley. I don't care what the contract was between. I want Surf. He could have said that. Then you had Surf and in the Gnome. I think in the Gnome something he was talking about Twork a little bit. I had little tweets about him. He could have after this and then his verb back. He could have demanded. No, set it up. But we here. When we drop this battle now, it's kind of a setback. So they gotta drop the verb battle. And then he's back on track. That's how things work. So you want to come prepared for all your battles. Like I said, Twork, you are a $7,000, a $10,000 battle rapper. It's up to you to get there.
And then another thing, Twork is on Twitter playing hide and seek with the fans.
Oh my goodness.
You know, he's hiding his losses. He goes on Twitter and goes, "Oh well, looked at the battle and y'all had me really thinking I lost. I didn't lose." That has to stop. People like we've talked about.
Every battle do
that.
that.
Talk about
every battle rapper do that.
Accountability and all of the greats, they win their battles. And if you win, you win. If you lose, you know, just you took off in the second round. If you come with a strong second round, this battle could very well have been called different.
Yeah. I want to say, you know, again, even URL put up a poll. It was 70% in favor of Mr. Wavy. So, you know what I mean? I got tagged to a post on Facebook. You know, they you know, the Goonies was on me a little bit. Jay Black, come on, Jay Black, you gonna do Jay Black? You gonna talk? I'm talking about it, but y'all gotta realize that the large scope of the situation. Don't just talk to you in a circle. You know what I mean? Look how everybody feels. It's not just, you know, your peoples. The third round, Mr. Wavy brings back the picture. I thought that was effective. The way
he got cut off in the second round.
Yeah. And I think the way he said,
he not nice. He not nice.
he said some things that we don't like. And then what got me, you know, even though it's a joke, I think this was landing. It was very effective. Like he's like your barber was cutting your hair. And then he ducked the bullet then. And then he ducked the bullet then. It's hilarious. And him saying you just get a bald head, I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Him talking about him battling the you know, that special, you know, battle rapper. You shook his pride. Was Twork coming? Thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Let the Tom cruise you to the hospital, holding the Tom for. And then imagine Twork at the hospital. McDonald's. That was hilarious.
That McDonald's asking for fries. Give me some fries with it. That whole setup was crazy. He had everybody going crazy in that room because it was so creative and unique and it hit home.
And I feel like even the third round is close. I feel like the definitive round is the second. So when the battle was this close like that, of course the people are going to gravitate to who had the overall package in the battle or more consistent rounds, and it's Mr. Wavy. But in the third round for Twork, you gonna get into that?
Twork came out on fire. I think this third round was really one of his best rounds of the battle.
Yeah.
He had a Call of Duty line that was really dope. He had a second half holding up his back end, messing up my own slogan. Now you up choking on the strap. Then that was fire. He had a philanthropist. I even go to Warren Buffett.
I even go to Warren. See, probably you Twork when you Buffett, you got to use something like this, so it's clean. I even go to Warren Buffett.
He had all my best friends in machine like Wiki.
Wiki.
Fire. Listening what you had for Bill, bored and hit single. Talking about when he battled Bill, it was a boring battle. Radio, now it's time to airwave. I like that.
That was cool.
And then he had then the end he ended his round off with the strapped in, which didn't hit home because it started off fire, and then when it got to the actual punch in the end of the story, it was like okay.
I feel like the first
boat paddling, and we boat paddling.
Yeah. Whoever in his paddle boat. But I think the first part of the strapped in, they went over their head completely because I thought that was fire. I'm strapped in, James Bond, I pistol whip him until the gold dig in and the ratchet broke. I thought that was cool, but I don't know what the crowd was feeling. But the masculine, they ain't man enough. I thought that was fire. What else to say? A ban to liquor prohibition. I think Twork is good in this round. This round is close too.
Yeah.
I'm slightly edging, even I feel like it's debatable. I'm slightly edging Twork in the third. So I'm gonna have Mr. Wavy 1 and 2.
Yeah, I gave Twork the third. I mean, and people say, "Oh, you joke." He joked. He had lines. Wavy had good lines too in the third. Yeah. But when the jokes are very good and they're really funny
and they're very direct,
he's
kind of deconstructing his character or his build or his, you know,
very entertaining. This is the part with battle rap that people have to stop thinking that all you got to do is go in there and spit 1,000 bars. No, it's good to be funny. Laughter is good. We just was at an event and Pat Stay had us laughing. I mean, hysterically laughing. Y'all want some of these ladies to show up to these events? You got to make them laugh. Y'all want the ladies to come? You know what I mean? Or you could just have a bunch of dudes standing around looking to hear bars. All that is cool. We want to hear the bars as well.
Yeah.
But throw some humor in there as well. You know,
I think he provided a good mixture.
he really did.
You know
he
what I
really
mean?
did. He really did.
He had a lot of substance in what he was saying about the jokes and why he was saying the jokes. And he's attacking the hoodie, you know what I mean? The next, I'm not saying Twork took his hoodie off because of this Mr. Wavy battle, but he put the pressure on the hoodie.
And that's the thing with battle rappers who don't joke, like say for a Twork, who's really not known for his humor.
Mm-hmm.
When you got somebody that can go in there and just make a fool out of you, and you can't rebuttal and make the crowd laugh back at him, because when Wavy did the funny thing with the hairline, Twork had no rebuttal. He couldn't clown Wavy on anything, but you know he couldn't pull that off against it. Wavy couldn't do that off against a T-Top. A T-Top was like, oh really? Yeah. You know, T-Top.
Come on, King. You said something about my hairline? Well, that's fine. I had your girl by bedtime. Come on, King. I got you. But I will say this. So the initial time you watched in the building, I think you had it closer for Tworking at first.
I did.
So how you switching it now?
I had it. I think I had it 1-3 maybe or 2-3. I had it 2-3 Wavy.
Yeah.
2-3 Wavy. But after watching it, I feel like Twork's third was better than Wavy, and I got it 1-2 for Wavy after the second watch because I feel like Wavy did more in the first round. I felt like Twork was good, but Wavy was just a little, just an edge. Yeah. And then like you just stated, your second round cost you the battle because now when those rounds are really that close, people tend to lean more towards who had the overall.
Whether they like to admit it or not, that's what happened.
It's true. Wait a minute, he came with 3 fully prepared rounds. Yeah. So like we did when we did the judging system, if there's a tie or if there's a way that we got to break it, we're gonna go with whoever had the overall.
And it's a fact. It's a fact that he messed up in the second, and didn't spit a lot, and then Wavy had his best round. So his best round versus your non-existent round, it's gonna look away. So that's how I call it, Mr. Wavy 1 and 2. Again, put in the comments below who you felt the champion night was. Go back and watch the battles if you have to.
Yeah, I think Wavy was champion of the night. He went into Twork's house, DMV. That whole card was built around New Jersey Twork. He went in there and destroyed Twork in his own home, which was, I'm not going to say, let me say destroyed, but in a sense, he pretty much foiled whatever plan that Twork had for that event. Yeah. And he went in there, showed up with 3 fully prepared rounds. He was the champion of the night, and he took this battle 2-1. Salute to Mr. Wavy. Congratulations. Great battle.
Okay. So we're calling it champion.
I was the one to hate. Nobody gave a damn. Told me to my face. I ain't in their plans. Now I'm getting funnel cake. They want to shake my hands.